What is going on, everyone? It's Kelly here, and right now I'm on the west coast of Florida for a few days, and we're gonna be just doing some exploring and some fishing. I'm with Captain Chris with Sharkys Machines.
What's up, everybody?
He runs charters out of Sarasota, Florida for tarpon, snook, redfish. Anything else? Tarpon, snook, redfish?
Trout. Basically anything you want to catch, I'll make it happen over here anyway.
Inshore fishing over here on the west coast. So yesterday we did try to tarpon fish. We saw some tarpon come into our baits, but unfortunately they just weren't really hungry. They did not eat the crabs that we had set out. Tomorrow we're going to tarpon fish again, but today we went ahead and explored. We went in the water, did some diving, and if you guys know the west coast, it's normally pretty murky over here, so we hit some quote-unquote deeper stuff over here for the west coast in 40 foot, but it was just completely chalky and just undivable. So we went in super shallow and dove probably like 6 to 11 foot reef. I shot a keeper sheephead, saw a bunch of smaller sheephead, a bunch of snook, and Chris even located 2 creatures under a rock.
Oh, yes, my first ever. Okay, so I've been on the water about 20 years over here. Never have seen a spiny lobster over here. And I had the absolute pleasure of seeing 2, not 1, but 2 spiny lobsters under a nice ledge. And it was freaking rad, dude. I was pumped.
It was really cool. He's like, Kelly, there's a lobster over here. And I'm like, there's a lobster over here? Because normally, like me, I live on the east coast of Florida. I'm looking at these ledges, I'm like, dang, like, if it was where I live, they'd be loaded with lobster. And sure enough, he's like, lobster, and I went down and I saw a monster snook under the ledge. So I thought originally he said monster, like monster snook. But then I saw the antennas and I'm like, no crap. Those are 2 spiny lobster. They were probably keepers too, but it's not season. And like he said, you really don't see a lot of lobsters over here on the west coast. So that was a super cool treat to see. But right now we have some cut bait we're gonna throw out. We're gonna try for some redfish. Chris went ahead and cast netted a bunch of bait for us under the bridge. Nice. Oh yeah. Good job. Which are thread fins, aka pilchards, aka any other names for them?
Thread fins, pilchards, pretty much it.
Is it white bait? Is this the same thing as white bait or no?
No ma'am, no ma'am. White bait are a lot smaller.
Smaller, okay. So over here on the west coast, a lot of fishermen use quote unquote white bait, which are smaller little baits. On my side, I would say greenies, but that's like their prime bait over here. Thread fins are very good for bait. So for redfish, like I said, we're gonna cut up our bait and just cast it out. I'm assuming in this direction.
Actually,
no?
Yeah, that way, just because of this wind. It's gonna push those baits right back to us.
Oh.
So.
All right, I was thinking, what, this is like a...
There's a bar, but it gets real shallow. A lot of these fish are gonna come off the bar a good bit on the low tide. On the high tide, I'd be working this bar right on that edge, but typically on the low tide, I'm gonna come off about 50 to 100 yards. It pushes these fish deeper. I think it just gets so freaking hot in that shallow water. And not to mention the bait seems to be holding out here a little bit better. So we'll give out here a little bit. If we don't get anything, we'll change it up, switch gears, see what else I can come up with, but should be frugal, should be good.
So he's saying he normally fishes this spot on a higher tide. However, our luck today, it is like dead low right now, and hopefully when that tide switches we'll get some luck and get some bites. But the water temperature is 85.9 degrees, which is pretty toasty. Yeah,
it is bath water.
It is like a hot tub for these fish. So like he said, they might be in a little bit deeper water trying to seek cooler water. So we're gonna set out a couple lines, and while we do that, I'm gonna take you guys where we went diving, where I shot that sheephead. You guys can see what we saw underwater in that shallow reef, and then hopefully we'll be hooked up to a fish. around, you know? It's so murky. So I ain't gonna mess with that. Here, hold on, I'll show you how. I just unclip it here, you can pull the cord right through. Yay, there's a couple of them down there. On safety. I'm like, no.
On the west coast.
There's 2 spiny lobsters under there. Did you see the big snook that came out?
Yeah, that's what I went down there for. I thought it was like, what?
Yeah, no, it's not lobster season. Yeah. But that's so cool. It was funny because I was like, if these ledges were on my coast, I'd see so many lobster.
That's so crazy.
He's so cute.
Oh, see that?
He's eating the, wait, hold on, hold the gun. The stone crab, his claw is caught by the mollusk. Oh no, the stone crab's dead. The mollusk is eating the stone crab? What's this thing? Yeah. Catfish.
Yeah, we're gonna go through about 1,800 of those.
Oh. It's a catfish.
Bring it up towards me. Swallow it fast. Here.
Do you see it? Oh, all right. I thought he swallowed it, but it was just, we got our hook back. And we got our bait.
Nice trout.
Nice trout.
Nice trout.
Nice trout. Listen, I was just about to cast my bait in the water. Wait, was this on the whole?
Yeah.
The whole fish?
Yeah.
This was on the live bait? Oh no! Wait, wait.
Grab that.
Okay. I got it. Oh my god.
That's my biggest trout, I think.
Hold on. We got a fish on this. I think this is a catfish.
Hell yeah. Look at the size of this trout though.
That's a stud.
Dude.
Can we eat it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gator trout. Alright, hold on. I gotta reel this one in.
Choke. That could be a red based on the way that is. It didn't hit like a cat.
Yeah.
That's a red.
It is a red. It's a little red. It's just not like crazy big. Oh.
No, it's a cat.
It's a cat. He was a little dark when he came to the surface though. Yep. Oh, catfish. That's a respectable trout.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah. That's what we're out here to do. Hold on. Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Alright, hold on. I gotta get my catfish off this line. Got him. Catfish is off the hook. Alright, let's measure him.
All right. I'll put it right about up. 0.
21 and a half? 22? 22.
22 and a half.
22 and a half. Nice.
Nice. Let's go.
Put him in with my sheep head.
Yeah.
My 14-inch sheep head I shot earlier. What?
That's aggressive. That's a good eat right there. Whatever that was.
Oh, you know what? The tide just switched from slack, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the tide just changed.
Hell yeah.
Channel cat?
Yeah, channel cat.
It's not a sail cat. So we keep catching these catfish. Unfortunately, just how it is with bottom fishing. And I honestly, we got a trout, we got a sheephead. I have never filleted and ate I think it's a channel catfish. It's not a sail cat. So I kind of am interested in cooking it. Chris ain't too crazy about it.
I'm not really. No.
Chris is like, no. I'm like, should we eat it? He's like, no. I'm like,
put that thing in a blender.
no, we're gonna eat them. We're eating them. Well, that worked out great because he actually swallowed the hook. You got shears? All right. So this is our sacrifice catfish right here. The thing with catfish, and people don't like them, is they have barbs on their peck and a barb on their dorsal right here. I don't think they have anal barbs. Nope, they don't. And if you get stuck by the ends of these barbs, they have a venom and it sucks. It's been a while since I've been stuck by a catfish, but the last time I did was one of them little saltwater cats, which could be this one. This one's just a big one, and it went right under my nail. But if you grab them from behind the pec fins, you'll be good. Just make sure you have a good grip on them, because if you don't, if you're scared, if you're not confident in it, you'll probably get stuck. But he's going on the ice box, and Chris is so excited to have him for dinner.
Oh, I was just so excited. I can't even see straight. Cat?
Alright, I was about to retie my hook from cutting that catfish off, and we caught a bluefish, which I'm very surprised. I didn't know you guys have bluefish.
We do.
In shallow water. But I think we're gonna release him. That is a stud blue though.
Well, I can look up on fish rules real quick. We keep.
I want to see why not. I mean, honestly, bluefish are good for smoked fish dip.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily
I don't have smoke.
fillet him or anything, so we'll let him go. But still, like, super, super cool catch.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah.
Actually, fun fact, my like 4th YouTube video, I was on the pier with my brother and his friend, and we were actually snook fishing, but turns out snook weren't there. There was a bunch of bluefish, and they actually have teeth, so we lost about 5 hooks to hook up to one bluefish, but I make the smoked fished it video. Yeah, big old catfish.
That's a nice 25-mile-an-hour steady.
The wind's picking up. We have a huge storm crossing literally right in front of us. Oh my gosh. We're literally gonna get a front row view on these waterspouts. Hopefully they don't hit us though. Should we back up a little bit? Literally it just went from blowing 3 miles an hour to like 30 gusts. It's so misty right here. I filmed a little bit of a waterspout coming up, but it was just super like misty. There's one right there. Oh wait, hold this catfish real quick. Or get it off the hook. Oh my gosh, this is kind of scary. Maybe we should back up. Oh dang it, I know. Oh, it just went away. A waterspout went and like whisked up again and then died down. Dude, oh man. I feel like I'm just gonna let it roll right here for a second and see if I can't get on the go. Oh my gosh, it's like a hurricane right now. We're literally on the edge of it. Oh man. I don't know. Woo! Alright, we're gonna get out of the edge of this thing because it's kind of gnarly. A little wet out here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can say that.
Alright, as you can see, it's the next day, bright and sunny out here. We had to cut our fishing short yesterday because that storm rolled in and it was getting a little nasty and it was already getting really late in the day. It was probably about 8 o'clock when we left that spot, but we're setting out some corks right now with some live crabs, and Chris already saw some tarpons swimming around. So right now, this time of year, the tarpon aren't as thick as they normally are, but I'm feeling pretty positive. I think we can pick up a few stragglers. Oh, bait just busted right there. We got other tarpon fishermen out here right next to us anchored. So now it's just a waiting game. I'm gonna show you all the bait here. Hi, little crabs. All right. So we ripped the claws off the crabs. That way you can easily grab them and bait them. That's actually not the one I wanted to grab. Hold on. Wait. This one. So these are past crabs here, and during outgoing you can actually just scoop them right up with a net, which is really cool. I can't say I've seen a lot of these on our coast, or I could be on my coast, the East Coast, but they're pretty cool. They have cool patterns on their shell. That's our bait. Sorry, I'll let you back in there.
All right, so we're all set up, and you know, at the end of the day, this is fishing, so you know, this could take 15 minutes. We've already seen one pod roll right up under the float. They didn't want to turn or really even investigate it. That's just kind of part of it. I've noticed out here, I'll see up to 10 pods before I get that first bite. And again, this is one of those things, it could take 15 minutes, it could take 4 hours. I've had times where I haven't seen one pod at all and end up getting more bites than seeing pods all the time. And I've also, like about 4 days ago, I ran a tarpon charter and we watched every pod come up and eat. I mean, they were coming up rolling, I'd have a fish turn, suck down a crab and take off. So it's really kind of hit or miss out here, but at the end of the day, we're always trying to hit it, you know what I'm saying?
What I've noticed, and I don't really fish for tarpon much, but like with clown knifes, if you see them rolling everywhere, sometimes they don't eat. Is it the same with tarpon? Have you noticed that? If they're just rolling everywhere and they're just not eating?
100%. That, and as well as daisy chaining. Sometimes, yeah, tarpon will daisy chain, and I do believe it's a mating cycle, and it's when they're just super relaxed and they're basically going around in a circle. Very, very docile. You could throw a crab in the middle of that. Every now and again, you'll get a reaction bite out of that. You'll pull one out of that daisy chain, but more often than not, I have not had good luck fishing daisy chains, but that's just me.
Daisy chains.
Yep.
I ain't never heard no daisy. The only thing I know about daisy chains is that little thing you do with the ropes on the dock and you pull it.
yeah.
If you know, you know. We have a little bit of competition in the water. I've seen like 6 past crabs already float by our boat back to our baits. I feel like it's like when the mullet run comes to Florida and everyone's like, I want to fish the mullet run, which is sick, but there's so much mullet in the water, it's almost like it's really hard to actually hook a fish because there's so many options to eat. And all of these crabs keep going by our boat.
That's facts, that's facts. Hopefully it tricks them into eating one of ours. That's the goal anyway. Hopefully.
Oh,
a nice roll out there.
This is Chris's signature thing.
Yeah. Okay, so rock on, I love you. Whenever I make like Instagram stories, I'm always like, yo, what's up, fam? Just to show love, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to spread love and positivity and catch fish. That's it. Everything else can.
What's the poundage on it?
I don't know. 50. Head up towards the front. Constant pressure.
You're good. I'm shaking.
Hell yeah.
But see, my theory worked. I said, I don't want to pick our boat, and I hope it proves me wrong.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you up on her, okay?
A few moments later.
Had a girl, Kelly. Now remember, if she jumps, she might jump at the boat. You point that fish. Bow to the tarpon. You wanna step down?
Just if she does jump, I don't like to be above her.
Yeah.
Alright, so funny story. We got like 8 guys out here trying to hook up the tarpon, so me and Chris made a bet. And unfortunately, I just lost that bet.
She lost it that bad. Oh yeah.
We were making bets on what boat is going to catch the first tarpon. I said the boat next to us. Oh, there she is right there. Ah, it's probably like 80 pounds. Maybe. Well, Chris said our boat, and sure enough, our boat hooked up first. So now, we're gonna have to go to dinner, and he's gonna pick out my outfit from Goodwill.
Oh, yeah.
So it should be interesting.
Watch that line on the boat. Go around the front. Oh! Around the front, around the front, around the front. Keep the line off the boat if you can.
It's not, it's in the boat, it's in the boat. The line.
Nice.
The one spot in the boat.
Yeah.
It hooked into her. Did the braid just do that?
Yeah.
Or was it already there?
No, the braid just did that.
Nope.
Let's go get another.
That's the way it goes.
The hook break or nope.
No.
At least I won the bet.
Yeah, Chris won the bet. My body's shaky right now, but so unfortunately tarp mouths are super hard. We don't know where that hook was set. The line had like a little bit of slack, but then it tightened back up. It tightened back up for like 4 seconds, and then the hook pulled out. So it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and set the lines back out and see if we can't get another one.
Hell yeah.
Good job.
Hell yeah. Nice hookup, girl. You killed it, dude. You were on that fish the whole time. That rod was bent. Super proud of Kelly, man. She handled it perfectly. Perfectly. Nothing else we could have done. Typically, when I do hook these fish, it's only about a 40% chance whether I'm going to be able to get my hands in her mouth or not and get her properly released. A lot of times they'll pop off that hook. Not a problem in the world. We're going to reset and redo it again.
So that fish went up, beelined it under the boat, and I was trying to lift the, because you don't want the rod hitting the boat, and I was trying to lift it up to bring it around the bow, but the braid literally, where'd it go? Wait, right here. The braid cut into this soft stuff and the line was in it. So I had to hesitate there for a second. I'm like, the braid's in the boat. And unfortunately that's probably why I lost the fish. So, oh well. Take two. The boat next to us just got hooked up for about a second and then it jumped and just spit the hook. What'd you just say?
I said, I can't wait to pick your outfit out at the Goodwill. I'll tell you, you're gonna look like a lawyer from the 1980s. It's gonna be sick. Yeah.
All right, can I pick the Goodwill though? Like, it's gotta be a bougie place like Palm Beach or Jupiter.
Absolutely not. No, we're gonna go to like Martin Luther King Boulevard and see what we can find.
Everything. Oh no. We are back from tarpon fishing and unfortunately the weather got the best of us again. We did hook up to a nice tarpon. Unfortunately, I think it might have been my fault because I was talking to the camera and I lost a little bit of my attention span on the fish and the fish went under the boat. I tried to go around the bow and unfortunately that braid got caught on the boat and it just gave the fish 2 extra seconds to take me deeper under the boat and it's all right, we lost it. But we can always go back out and catch another one. However, we do have this nice trout from yesterday, the sheephead that I shot, and then our prize catfish catch. And Chris is super stoked to eat catfish for dinner, so I'm gonna go ahead and make tacos and he's gonna have to guess.
I'm not super stoked to eat catfish.
He's stoked. I don't know if you guys heard him in the background right there. We just pulled in, it just got done raining. The weather is gnarly here in Florida right now because it's summertime. We have our afternoon thunderstorms and there was 2 solid waterspouts coming in today. So the bite was probably gonna turn back on for tarpon, but we didn't want to risk it with the weather. So we went ahead and loaded up and well, now we're here. So we're gonna get to flaying. It's been a while since I've seen a solid trout. I think the last time I caught a trout like this was probably Island Murata in the Keys, but we're gonna give it a go. Just like any other fish, right behind the head. Hopefully you guys can see that. These fish have been sitting on my ice in the Gator cooler overnight. Slimy. So the whole reason why I'm over here on the West Coast is because on Tuesday, I'm gonna go scuba diving off of Venice Beach, which is known for shark teeth. And you guys have already know I've been trying to find a really nice megalodon tooth for a while now. I go to Peace River every year with my dad. Haven't found one yet, so this time we're strapping a tank on and we're gonna go diving for them. So super stoked on that. That's in a few days. But in the meantime, we're catching fish. I'm curious to see if they have worms over here. Because our trout usually have worms. Definitely some soft meat after being on ice for overnight. I'm not seeing any worms actually. It's looking pretty good. So when we were trying to spearfish yesterday a little bit, when we went to the deeper stuff and the water was super milky, we literally get there and I was gonna jump in and try to dive to the bottom. The wind's blowing the rods over. And as soon as we got there, we had this mark on our sonar that was super thick and it followed the boat. And Chris was like, yep, that's a pack of bull sharks. And I'm like, being the only ones out there, the water's super murky, probably like 4-foot viz on top of being chalky. The pack of bull sharks were following the boat, and I'm like, I ain't even risking it. The wind's picking up again. That catfish kind of looks good. Alright, we have all of our filleted fish in this ziploc here. We're gonna go ahead and open up the stomachs of the fish because y'all already know I like to do that. And we are gonna start with a catfish. Ooh, there's a big something in his gut. Check that out. That's his stomach right there. Not get poked. Holy smokes, there's a lot in there. No way. Dude, oh my gosh. What? This is what's in the catfish's stomach.
What is it?
I don't know yet. This is something I love. Oh, it's a bunch of... Alright, let's see. Alright, we got a white bait. A whole white bait. Oh, there's our chum that we put in the water, or I threw out a fish head. That's our bait. But this... What is that? A worm?
Worm or eel?
That's another white bait, greenie. What the heck is this thing? It's an... What? What is this? Oh, look, and there's a little crab. And a little tiny crab. That catfish was munching. I don't know what this thing is. It ate it. Whatever it is in the ocean, in a catfish stomach. Let me know if y'all know what this is. It doesn't really, it literally looks like a massive earthworm. I just don't, oh, it's a bristle. I know what it is. Oh my, it is a sea cucumber, but it's very skinny. It's got tiny little like hair-like things on it. I mean, I don't know what a bristleworm, could be a bristleworm or some type of sea cucumber. Crazy. All right, we are back at the house right now. We're back at Chris's house actually, and look who we have with us. Finley, say hi to your fans. But we're getting ready to make our tacos, and check out our variety of fish here. So the trout looks really good. This is the sheep head. This is the sheep head. And the catfish kind of has like a yellow tint to it. It looks pretty good still, but the bloodline was, there was a lot of bloodline in that catfish. So next time I'll definitely bleed it out. And then we have the roe from the trout. So I'm gonna keep it simple because I really wanna taste the flavors of the fish. So I'm just using a little Lowry's garlic salt, bada boom, bada bang, a little black pepper, and some butter. All right, doing our trout first. This was really hot earlier, so I turned it off. Good enough. I'm excited. I'm excited for Chris to take a bite of that catfish taco.
Yeah, I'm not, but that's all right.
You ever eaten catfish, Chris?
Yes, of course I've eaten catfish. Just not my preferred substance.
I gotta remember which fish is which. All right, we'll do that for now. And in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and toast some tortillas. We just got some good old flour, probably packed with preservatives, Publix tortillas right there. Ooh, hot. I really thought the catfish would have more meat on it. But after cutting out the bloodline, it was like all rib cage. And a roe. So look at the roe. That's gonna cook fast. So I think I've only made roe like once, and I think they're done. They look like little sausages. Chris said they look like grubs. Hold on. This spatula is not my favorite. Get on there. We're just gonna put them right in the middle there. Alright, so I am gonna make a little bit of a sauce to go on top of the tacos. We just have a sour cream. You could do half sour cream, half mayonnaise if you want. Not a huge mayo person, so we're just using sour cream. A little bit of garlic powder. Super simple. A little bit of that hot sauce, or sriracha if you're sriracha people. That's a lot for me. I'm not, if y'all already know, I'm not like a huge hot and spicy person, but I'll eat it. And some lime juice. Just like that. Just give it a quick stir. Alright. Tastes like a limey sour cream with a little bit of hot sauce. We got three tacos each. Oh my god, gotta move some stuff around here. Okay, so since Chris is helping me film right now, he already knows which fish is which. So we're gonna blindfold him when he does a taste test. This fish is hot. Alright, we're gonna, holy smokes, it's hot. Look how the catfish curled up like that. It's so interesting. And it wasn't even like too cold. Okay, we're gonna load the tacos with meat. Chris, what's your favorite fish to eat?
Ooh, wahoo.
Good choice.
Yep, wahoo, 100%.
Oh wait, sorry, one catfish. I'm getting off track here. Alright, 2 catfish fillets. I think the sheephead's gonna be pretty good.
Poor man's lobster.
Sheephead?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And we just kind of went like American style here. Onions, cheese, lettuce. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. You like onions, Chris?
Yes.
Okay. Just tomatoes and olives Chris doesn't like.
Thank
I
you
was
for
like,
that.
I know, well, I'm like, I love to put tomatoes on tacos, and I couldn't put tomatoes on the tacos.
They're just gross.
They're just gross. Alright, wait, hold on. Alright, just trying to remember here. A bit of chice. I'm trying to keep it like mainly fish, you know? So we can guess, or you can guess. Chris, turn the camera around and tell everyone what you do here in Sarasota.
I run fishing charters here out of Sarasota, well, all the way from Boca Grande all the way up to Tampa Bay, but I specialize in inshore charters, nearshore charters, shark and tarpon charters. But that's kind of what I do full time now, is just run my little charter business and try to keep my head afloat, literally. And that's pretty much what I do.
Right. You know, I wish I had one of those cool little like squirt bottles, but you know, it's
This is cooler.
not the case here.
This is more authentic anyway.
With our authentic Mexican tortillas. You guys, if you all go to Mexico and get real tortillas, oh my gosh, you'll be ruined. You'll never want another tortilla in the US again. Handmade tortillas are so good. You ready? We need a blindfold. Go get the blindfold.
Oh boy, here we go.
The blindfold is a sock.
Yeah. All right, am I gonna like have a plate or just eat?
No,
over this?
we're just gonna eat on this because I already used too many plates cooking the food and I didn't want to do dishes.
Okay.
These are just some sweet plantains I made earlier just for a little snack. You guys want to make sweet plantains, get the plantains that are really yellow and brown. They're gonna be much more sweeter. You just slice them up really thin, put them in some oil and butter, cook them for a few minutes on each side. If you guys want to make patacones, which is the saltier, harder fried plantain, it's the green plantains. But yeah, just a little snack while I cook. All right, let me mix these up. Hold on. Oh wait, you're blindfolded. You're good. You don't know which one I'm gonna give you. All right, put your hands in front of you.
Okay.
Right there. All right. Are you gonna be able to fold the taco and eat it?
Can you fold it? Just hand it to me.
Okay, yeah, hold on. I'm one-handed. Hold on. This one is, okay. All right, that's one.
Okay.
You can like eat it over the table so it's gonna drip everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
All right.
You can wait to guess until you took a bite of all of them too. Did you get a big chunk of the fish? Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want the next one?
Yeah.
All right, put it down right there. All right. There you go. Uh-oh, is there a bone in there? What was that crack?
My
Your
broken
jaw?
jaw. Mm-hmm.
Your broken jaw? Jeez. I was like, it was a hard bone. You ready for the next one?
Let me get one more bite of this.
Okay. Wait, which one was that? Oh, yeah. Alright, put taco down. Alright, finish and swallow.
I feel like you're kidnapping me. I'm begging for food.
Can I have some more? Alright. Hold on. And taco number 3.
Taco number 3. Are we ready?
Yep.
Here goes nothing.
Oh my gosh, your jaw is popping.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty confident I know.
Alright, what was taco number 1?
Catfish.
Wait. I'm asking you what's taco number 1.
Yeah. Taco number 1 was catfish.
Okay.
Taco number 2, trout. And this, sheep's head.
Oh, you got all of them wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. All right, tell me what was the order then.
You got all of them wrong. The first one was trout, the second one was sheephead, and the last one is catfish.
I don't know. They like low-key taste very identical. And it's kind of tough to tell with like the additive ingredients.
That's why I tried to keep it pretty plain.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. You really thought that?
Yeah.
No, I thought you were gonna nail them.
Mm-mm.
That is so funny. All right, hold on. You can take your blindfold off
Thank
now.
God.
That is hilarious. I can't believe that.
Dang. So I'm all wrong.
You are all wrong. We need to work on your fish tasting skills.
Yeah, I know. So the first one was trout.
Yeah, trout, sheephead, catfish.
Dang.
Oh, all right, let me try the catfish. This is this one. I would have told. I would have paid attention to the thickness of the fillet.
I was going strictly off taste.
Yeah. But I was cooking it too, so I was like feeling it. I'm like, the trout's thick, the sheephead was like thinner, and then the catfish was like swirly. That's so funny, but anyways, you guys, but the catfish ain't bad.
It's not. No. I want to try just the bear catfish here.
All right.
It's really not.
It's fine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was crying in the club for 2 days for nothing.
You're crying in the tub, you said?
Crying in the club.
That is so funny, but anyways, you guys, we're gonna eat some dinner. And this has been a pretty actually long video. It's been a few days of fishing. The tarpon unfortunately got away, but I'll be back to try to officially land my tarpon. Like I said, I don't really tarpon fish that much, but it is what it is. They're very hard fish to hook up and land. A couple other people hooked up to them out there and lost their fish as well. A couple people landed them. It is what it is. But if you guys ever want to go tarpon fishing, redfish, trout, snook, anything over here in Sarasota, check out Captain Chris. I'll put everything in the link below the video, but right now this video is ending. Big Mac, do you like plantains? Oh. Big Mac likes plantains. Ryder, do you like plantains? Ryder will eat anything. This is a little crispy.
If it comes from a human hand, he's gonna eat it.
Oh my gosh, now we got all the dogs. Alright you guys, this video is ending. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, leave a positive comment below, and we'll see you all next time. See ya.